Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I'd come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day. For I feel today is a very pivotal, very important day. For this week is very pivotal. It's a pivotal time, important time to rejoice and to find to accept the new freedom that is before us. I'm going to discuss a few ideas, few subject matters. I'm going to pull first a few cards with the Dakini, just for fun, just to see a mirror reflection of what is. So the past is the recall, is memory. For we've been asked many memories from the past have been coming back into our mind, so they could be integrated. Right now, it is the ego. We are asked to let go of the ego, to let go of the negative ego, to let go of all those things that are no longer empowered by the universe. And so it is a time where we're clear about what can be we already see what's coming up in the future, but we want to let go of those things that are still maybe in the way. And what is coming in the future is as above, so below. It is the blessings from heaven. It is heaven coming down. We're going to move into this situation that is heavenly. What we're working on right now is abundance. It's true, it's abundance, it's the flow of abundance, it's the flow of joy, it's the flow of freedom, it's a flow. It's like we do not want to be possessed by a desire, but we want to be abundant whenever we spend $1 or €1. Understand there is 100 more coming. Empower every money that comes out of you to say, well, I'm blessing that money, so 100 times more will come to me. And then as you see that this works, it's like the flow will be activated. There are many ways to approach that. And the outcome will be high tension. So we want to liberate the tension. We want to free ourselves from tension. We want to it feels very, very tense. And so it is not, we want to breathe as much as possible. Anything that prevents us from finding this peace we have to ask to let go. Once we let go of the ego, we find the living goddess. It is the balance, it is the harmonization, it is the beauty. And then we're accepting the test, we're accepting the outcome will be the soma. It is about releasing the illusion. The illusion is the moon, it is Isis. She's showing us the darker aspect of life in order for us to release those it's also an opportunity that is given to us both to face our fear, to be transmuted, and to find refinement within our plans. And so it is there is a certain sacrifice that needs to be made. We have to sacrifice certain things that are part of our life in order to achieve this level of purity that we are looking for, where all things will flow with grace and ease. I wanted to speak about a message that was communicated from the Ninth Dimensional Arcturian Council. I follow their messages. I communicate outside of those messages also with them. I feel very connected to the Arcturians, always have been. It is like home for me. Arcturus is like a home away from home. And they were talking about, since the ninth dimension, they have a clear view on what is going on in all kinds of realm and dimension. They are aligned with the divine plan and see all those things that are possible. And so they see that this first contact, a mass landing, is possible within 3 to 4 years, because humanity has been advancing and calling for those things to happen. So mass landing may be very, very much closer than we anticipate. A mass contact that will be covered by the media. The media will have no choice but not to cover that. So it will come into the collective consciousness, but we have to wait that there is enough of a mass of humanity that is in acceptance and joy in this reunion, because many people will become catatonic or will move into a panic mode, or because they've been trained to fear which they don't know, and they will have to reconsider a lot of their own beliefs in terms of their ego beliefs and so on once the galactic arrive. And so we need to prepare humanity and to prepare ourselves. Once there is enough, Spirit says there is enough people that will be able to keep the calm and the organization around those revelations. They will happen over a few years, but there may be mass landing that will be happening. I'm going to publish my book in French and then in English. It is a book that's an initiation about the interdimensional nature of things and beings. The first few chapters are correctly translated. It's my playlist for those who are interested. It's called Beyond the Veils of Illusion. I put the 11th first chapter, there is 13, but up to the 5. I'm going to refine the translation. I just wanted to put it online, but it's not quite ready. But still, the first few chapters it's about preparing humanity to understand what they need to know in terms of protocols in order to communicate with the higher planes. And so this mass contact has already been happening, but all the way up in the sky. In Mexico City a few years ago, there was a mass contact. Thousands and thousands of light orbs were seen by millions of people. Mexico City is the place that there was the most mass contact has happened so far. But because people were open and receptive to that. But then this time we're looking for the close encounter of the third kind now, for the physical face-to-face. But humans may not be quite ready. So for now, if you are ready, maybe you are. It will come in as we become more ready. It will happen. It will happen first through our dreams, our meditation, and progressively they will be able to come closer to us as we become ready, or in nature they can make physical contact. For me, I've been ready for many times. I've been traveling. I wrote this book to teach how to project our consciousness to make those contacts on the higher planes. Or even when I was in Sri Lanka, I used this example in my French video. When I was in my bed with the net for mosquitoes, and the master thought, I was working with the Emerald Tablet of Thought. It appeared before me in a physical plasmic form outside of my in my bedroom. It was like, well, thank you for visiting me, Master. I really enjoy your presence and your company, and I thank you for guiding me in this understanding of this wisdom that is part of those Emerald Tablets. A very powerful book. But we have many master guides and friends from the higher planes. For when there is no superior or inferior, we have to understand it is all of the one. It is we are part of the one, and we are all equally divine, no matter what our level of consciousness. So that's the best way to recognize any spirit, is to on the equality basis. And so for extraterrestrial, I've been coming in and out of the Earth for millions of years. They've even discovered the Earth before humans came here, and they have bases. They have negative extraterrestrial and positive extraterrestrial, but all that have bases and homes. But the negative extraterrestrials, those who serve a negative agenda, are leaving progressively. This has been cleaned because the frequency of the Earth is ascending, and so they don't feel comfortable, and they cannot carry their agenda, so they're leaving progressively, and only the positive extraterrestrial will come up to the surface when it is the time. They have cloak ships, and so they can come in and go without being seen. And even a lot of the new technologies that we enjoy today were stolen because of crash from non-Federation spaceships around the 50s, like Roswell and others, and the military that recuperated that made it top secrets, and then they kind of reverse engineering and discovered certain. Then they redistributed some of the energy, some of the knowledge. They could figure it out into the civilian and military. I explained that in my book also. So they abducted those ships, and so all the furtive planes that we use, it's like a knockoff of what they discovered in those ships. But it wasn't part of the Federation. The Federation is far more advanced. They couldn't crash or anything. The technology is way beyond. It was other extraterrestrials that were here for various reasons that crashed because of the disturbance of the electromagnetic field of the Earth, or because of military confrontation. For very advanced extraterrestrials were sent long ago. Much more advanced extraterrestrials were sent long ago by the Father Mother God, the company of heaven, to come down to us, like the Egyptian gods or the Greek gods. They're very advanced. They're much more advanced than we can even conceive as normal human beings, for they're immortals. And the higher beings, and they were sent here in those early historical time to teach humans the art of civilization, and they brought so much that we're still using, because they were really in assistance to creating this art of civilization, how to live together, how to develop this civilization. Yet primitive people were more conscious about the real nature of the Earth. The Earth is a cosmic being, is a cosmic entity that travels in the universe, but is a conscious living being, and so primitive people recognized the earth as a mother, as a sacred person that they were part of, and lived through the grace of that person that is the earth. When modern man has become this is my land, I'm ready to kill, I will kill you for it, and I will steal that from the earth, I will steal that from other people, then it becomes mine, and it's like all the resources and the land, most of it were not acquired that in a way that was appropriate, and so that's why the karma was created. But we have to return to this understanding of respect of Mother Earth and nature. I'm not blaming anybody, for it's part of the evolution process of the planet, to pass through those difficult times. But now we are moving into a letting go and reconnecting to this sphere of light and love. I'm very apolitical in many sense. I feel there is good ideas all across the aisles, and so although I'm primarily a Republican from the center right, from a Platonician standpoint, I believe may the wisest of the wise be the leader. It's like it's not like in democracy. May anybody be the leader because everybody's got the right to lead. So let's pick one at the random and put him there. Or the sophist, the one that utilized the power of verbiage in order to manipulate the ignorant population. So it's about the sophist against the philosophers. There was an old debate from the antiquity even. For personally, I'm very Socratic. I know that I do not know. This is the most precious card in terms of wisdom. If you know you do not know, you can receive more, you can receive wisdom. However, the more the consciousness grows, the more democracy will become efficient. For the more enlightened the people, the more enlightened the leaders will be as well. And it's the same thing in religion. I respect and honor every religion, for they all come from God. Yet most of them, they've been politicized and utilized for political reason, in separating when spirituality. There are many people in religion that have discovered spirituality, which is the religion of love, of unity and fraternity. And so, but I'm also have very profound respect for those who have deep faith in their Creator, no matter what the society can try to inflict on them. Here in France, we have almost this apartheid. It's like the Muslim and the non-Muslim. It's like there's all this propaganda about Islam. Islam is about love. It's about living together as a community. It is just that there are people that are completely engulfed within a dark cloud of hatred and separatism. Is because Islam was revealed at a time where slavery was still acceptable, that war was still acceptable. It was a time of great darkness, and so the tools were given to Mahomet in order to fight all the demons that were ruling over those tribal societies. But it has to adapt and evolve and grow, for God knows exactly. So we have to come out of this dark age into the age of light, and it is not for the Republic or the countries to adapt to Islam. It is for Islam to adapt to the countries they're going to. Yet all people that are Muslim, that have true faith, really know that God is about love and living together in brotherhood, in sisterhood, and even then one of the women were at the time women were under the men, because there was a very cultural. It was part of the dark ages, but now Islam has to accept that women is just as important as men for every information within the Islam, in the Quran, every information that is given by the Archangel Gabriel, who's channeling Allah to give to Mahomet, it is about for the Muslim man and the Muslim woman. It is for all. It is very all-inclusive. So there is a certain need for education that is needed. Same thing with Christianity. Christianity is not the teaching of Christ. It is, and Christianity has done a lot of negative things in the past. It's an older religion, but so it has to grow and mature. Now it is fairly peaceful, but it was the Inquisition, it was the Crusade, it was the Inquisition, it was the Conquistador. So there was a tyranny that was imposed by Christianity for centuries. That's why a lot of people became atheists in Europe, is because Christianity has done so much harm to the collective. Yet it will all move into love and acceptance once we let go of the belief. Once this first contact happens, the truth will be revealed, and we'll move into a new level of understanding as far as unconditional love and brotherhood and sisterhood. For unconditional love cannot does not condition. There is no condition. For all those people that are the terrorists and so on, that are they need love. If the whole of humanity would send them love, they would drop the desire to hurt anybody. But since they receive fear and hatred, it's like fueling them. It's like we do not understand the law of one, how things works in the universe. And so you want to send love and light to all people, in hoping, in praying, send your love into the great void, into the creation, to ask God to enlighten and bring everybody back into this acceptance. For those are just directions, just thoughts. I don't mean to criticize or to judge or I'm just offering ideas, directions that to explain this law of God, this law of one. For the soul wants to get rid of everything that no longer serves us, and so that's why we're being we've been tested and challenged, and soon our group soul will be more powerful. It's right now it's an influence, but it's going to become it's a mighty power. So we have to have trust in the truth and faith in the divine plan. Trust that there is always a reason for everything, and everything will work out. There's going to be a great shift in the next few years, and transmutation of all our personal illusion and the illusion of most of the illusion of the collective consciousness of humanity. And we have to let go of people, perspective, and beliefs that are no longer supportive of our highest good. We want to enjoy reality. We want to focus on love, the feeling and the receiving of love, because we're going to be moving into the 0-point energy, eventually, the omni-earth, where there's going to be a great deal of opening. For the whole Earth is going to be moved into a field, the Merkaba field, the stargates, where it's going to be elevated, and it's the fifth, because the fifth dimensional portals are opening more and more for us to utilize as we become. Although most of the time, it is outside of our consciousness. We only reach it through dreams or when we're in deep meditation or deep relaxation. But I recommend you cultivate love and you elevate yourself. For no negative energy will be able to penetrate you. You can still sense you can still understand the suffering of others, but you will no longer be victim of it, of all those negative energy. As we raise our frequency, no lower frequency can penetrate. We become conscious and aware, and we can assist in a more efficient way. For all the challenges that we have show us our weaknesses. When we challenge, we show a weakness, but it also is like a precursor to discovering new strengths. There's always new strengths to be discovered, and we are assisting others as well when we face a challenge. What we want is both our mind and our heart to move into the now of the one. Both our heart and the mind. For the heart is very essential, but the mind has to come along in order to complement that. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thought I'd bring those ideas. The highest wisdom for us today is health. What we need to understand is finance. There's freedom flow of finance. What we need to do is love life. How wonderful is that? And the outcome is God, is the Father, it is the source, it is the Creator. So it is all there. The alignment is here. It's like there is no more need to doubt for anything. Just as a last advice, I'm putting one more card and sing a song, is treat yourself and others as gods and goddesses rather than inferior, superior. Everybody is part of the one, and there is a God inside every man and a goddess within every woman. Recognize that light, and people will be they will make them feel good, because that's their true nature. When we connect with our true nature, we feel good. When we move away from our true nature, we feel bad. And so just always focus on that which is positive, and continue to cultivate this love within yourself. Those are simple messages, but they're powerful messages, and they will not go out of fashion. It is something that humanity will have to work through this whole process until we find this elevation. And this is about elevation. It's about 3 heads, and at first I didn't know whether it's like a print. I had painted this face, and I printed on one piece of paper, and then another print, and then another print, and the face was going down, and what am I going to do with that? What am I doing it? But it was the spirit that made me do that. And then I realized it's like what it was about. It's about the more we ascend, the more real we become, and eventually, when we reach the higher planes, where it's like the ego of the ego of the body, then the ego of the soul, and then the ego of God, the God self. For this, it's not what we call ego. I'm talking about individual persona. It's not for the positive, the spiritual. Aspect of self, or we are individual self. No matter, we cannot deny that. Eventually we can diffuse our individuality to move into universality, but then we re-emerge as an individual eventually, no matter what. And this is a painting from 2008 about the solar system, the main planet of the solar system, this great spiral. I'm going to pull one more card and sing a song. It's a song from John Evangelist, a beautiful song, very spiritual. It's called I'll Find My Way Home. You ask me where to begin. Am I so lost in my sin? You ask me where did I fall? I'll say I can't tell you when. But if my spirit is lost, how will I find what is near? Don't question, I'm not alone. Somehow I'll find my way home. My sun shall rise in the east, so shall my heart be at peace. And if you're asking me when, I'll say it starts at the end. You know your will to be free is matched with love secretly, and talk will alter your prayer. Somehow you'll find you are there. Your friend is close by your side and speaks in far ancient tongue. A season wish will come true. All seasons begin with you. One world we all come from. One world will melt into one. Just hold my hand and we're there. Somehow we're going somewhere. Somehow we're going somewhere. You ask me where to begin. Am I so lost in my sin? You ask me where did I fall? I'll say I can't tell you when. But if my spirit is strong, I know it can't be long. No question, I'm not alone. Somehow I'll find my way home. 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 Beautiful song. It's a whole very poetic and meaningful kind of codes and keys about the spiritual ascension path within this song. It's not a new song. For one more card is the Queen of Raphael in the French Tarot. We had the King of Raphael. Here we have the Queen of Raphael. Gentle, understanding, generous, intellectual. Do what your heart dictates. Love of home and family. Information worthy of trust given by the intellect. So that is it's kind of self-revealing. And so, well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this message. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I will return to you shortly, and let us get ready for miracle and magic transformational power of those times that are very key in the. We've been prepared ourselves for that, and we have to prepare for this first contact, 00101110, and the eternal ascension code. Thank you very much. Namaste.